Yo, what is going on, guys? You got Glop, and we are here for week 2 of the Draft Jam. As always, for those of you who are not interested in the matchup or team builder section of the video, down in the description, you're going to find a timestamp so that you can jump right into the action. Otherwise, you guys already know the drill. Our week 2 opponent is Horizon. He's got a roster of Chi-Yu, Palafin, Deoxys Defense, Serena, Lycanroc Dusk, Baxcalibur, Heatran, Pheasantipity, Sandy Shocks, and Superior. Terra captains, of course, are going to be the Serena, Lycanroc Dusk, and the Superior. So, this is quite an unorthodox roster, but it's got a lot of very interesting, niche offensive pieces. So we've got to be mindful of that while we're building our team. The biggest threats that jumped out to me were going to be Superior. Late game, a Choice Specs or Choice Scarf, Terra Grass, or Terra Stellar set could be very devastating into our team if the appropriate pieces have already been weakened. Lycanroc Dusk also poses an issue. Something like a Clear Amulet set could get around Landorus's Intimidate. With the right Terra type and access to a Cellrock to pick off Iron Bundle, Lycanroc can get out of hand if we don't manage our resources effectively. And finally, the Chi-Yu is going to be very strong into our roster. It outspeeds 8 of our 10 Pokemon, can threaten lethal damage to the majority of them, so we've got to be mindful of this thing as we're preparing our sequences and lining up our play. That being said, we do have some strong pieces into Horizon's team. Our Archaludon can beat basically any Pokemon one-on-one with the exception of the Sandy Shocks. Our Iron Bundle has a very strong matchup provided we're able to weaken or eliminate the Deoxys Defense and the Pheasantipity. And our Ceruledge, I think, has an all-star game here. With Terra Fairy, we can get around the Chi-Yu, and after we're able to accrue just one Flame Charge boost, we can set ourselves up into a position where we might be able to sweep. With all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the team builder. Alright guys, and we are back for the team builder. So, the first Pokemon here might look like a familiar face, and that's right, we are once again running Choice Scarf Iron Bundle. Looking at Horizon's team, I wanted greater insurance versus Pokemon like the Superior, and also the Baxcalibur if it was able to get a Dragon Dance up. So Choice Scarf Iron Bundle hits the majority of his team for great damage regardless of a boosting item. I didn't feel that Choice Specs or a Life Orb or anything like that would be necessary. I wanted to have insurance when it came to the speed control department of this battle. Our next Pokemon is going to be Landorus Therian, and Landorus has an amazing matchup here considering that Horizon has a grand total of 0 Pokemon off the ground, and the 2 Earthquake resistances really don't appreciate taking that hit. Unless they are defensively invested, they're going to be taking severe damage from Earthplate Earthquake. We've got U-Turn to maintain momentum, Rock Tomb to stop any Terra Flyings, and we've got Stealth Rock to get Chip onto all of his Pokemon. Our next member here is going to be Keldeo. We're rocking a Rocky Helmet set. I figured that this would be useful for chip damage into Pokemon such as the Palafin on moves like Flip Turn and Jet Punch. Could also be used to whittle down the Lycanroc from moves like Close Combat and a Cellrock, and potentially put it in range of Iron Bundle for late game situations. Next member we've got here is Scizor, and Scizor is primarily here as a check for the Baxcalibur. We're able to take 2 Banded Glaive Rushes from full. We can get off a Defog if he elects to take a Hazard Stack route through means of the Deoxys Defense. And we've got Special Defense investment so that we can take a Heat Wave from Pheasantipity after a Moonblast, assuming that it's a defensive set. Our next Pokemon here is going to be the Archaludon, and this is my dedicated lead under the assumption that Sandy Shocks does not come to the battle. If that is the case, then this Pokemon is tailored to beat any Pokemon on his side one-on-one, with the exception of some egregious hacks through things like Thunder Wave Deoxys Defense or Glare Superior. And the final member we have here is Ceruledge. With Terra Fairy, we're able to mostly ward off attacks from the Chi-Yu. We've got Poltergeist for our strong stab. Flame Charge is a way to get a speed boost, and if we're able to get a bulk up and a Flame Charge, we can put in some serious work versus his team. I should have also mentioned, of course, we have the little tech of Reflect on Keldeo. This in tandem with Ceruledge and bulk up means that we should be able to find that opportunity to boost up and potentially get off our sweep. And last but not least, I'd like to give a personal thank you to everybody who mocked me this week. Thank you to Sub-Zero, Queen Addison, Sin of Wrath, and Who. Let's get into the battle. Yo, what's going on, guys? You got Glop. We are here for week 2 of the Draft Jam. We're about to look for the battle. So you might notice I don't have the headphones on. I came to a revelation, guys. I can just listen to music on my earbuds. I can edit the music in after the fact. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right. So he's got Ceruledge. I mean, yeah, this is more or less what I expected, except there's no Deoxys defense. Looks like it's over the place of what? Serena over the place of Deoxys from a lot of the things I had been seeing in mocks. Okay, so importantly, there's no Sandy Shocks, so that leads me to believe I want to lead with my Archaludon. Whew. Man, I got the nerves going. See, my thing is, I overslept today. I hate when you oversleep. Let me make a note. Let me write down his mons. Chiyu, Lycan. So it's Rock. And then it's Water Serena. Interesting. I wonder if he's like no item on that. That could be a thing. I have to be mindful of that. Serena, Water. Okay, let me make sure I get my guys locked in so I don't mess this up. Alrighty, good luck, have fun to Horizon. Man. Okay, we are still recording, so we should be good. I tested the audio levels to make sure they'd be good, so I think we are all set, guys. As long as I don't run over my fucking controller. Air Balloon Heatran. Okay, very interesting. We got big Bernie Sanders in this bitch. Alright, so I mean, this is my lead attacker. I'm prepared for this situation. If my mic would stop moving, that'd be fantastic. I gotta get a new mic soon. We're just gonna go ahead and go for our Meteor Beam turn 1. Get some information here. It's looking good. Alright, we're hitting our 90s today. That bodes well for our future. That looks like an offensive Heatran, I want to say. Rocks are going to go up. Okay, I'm alright with this exchange. For sure. For sure. Yeah, that's definitely offensive trend. We just lock Aurasphere now. And then we'll still have our Sturdy intact, which is quite nice. So, honestly, this looks good. Rocks are a little bit annoying for bundle, but Heatran is at half. I should actually make a note of that over here. Half. No item. That's important to know for Ceruledge. So Ceruledge is actually wall Ceruledge if he likes to keep this. So I need to be mindful of that. That's actually a pretty cool tech. My question is, will he save this? Alright, we should be getting a KO here. Fantastic. Really, really good start. Okay, Heatran is dead. Perfect. Now, the good thing is that we have our Sturdy intact, so anything that comes out, we can just smack. So if Chiyu comes out, for example, we can just hit that thing with an Aurasphere. It is going to be Chiyu. Okay. Now, I don't think that this Aurasphere will KO. But I do want to calc it. Actually, there is a chance we kill. It's going to depend on his investment. We're going to launch it. This is the power of Wagon Fruit, baby. That's my goat. Overheat's going to come out. It's going to knock us down to Sturdy. Alright. Now, do we get the roll? If he's got some HP, there's a chance he can live this. Beautiful KO. Now, probably what's going to happen here is Palvin's going to come out, going to go for a Jet Punch. So Chi-Yu's dead. Okay, that's good for us. Steve Rogers coming in. This is going to be Palafin. Most likely just going to be that Jet Punch. So, I'd like to preserve the sack, truthfully. I'd like to just go into Keldeo. That sack could be useful for later, so. It's going to be a flip turn. We're going to get some chip on this, potentially. Now, that did a lot of damage from the baby form. Palafin. So Stealth Rocks did, I don't remember how much. That all happened so fast. That was quite a quick exchange. However, looking at the damage here, it's leading me to believe that that is a Choice Band Palafin. Could also be like a Mystic Water, or yeah, but it definitely some kind of boosting item, right? So this thing's not going to be Scarf, so we're going to go for a flip turn, get some chip. What does that tell me here? Looking like max HP. So we can go out into Scizor now. Scizor actually looks really strong into his composition. He's going to U-turn himself. Okay. I want to say we live a Palafin hit. I actually don't need help in this Pokemon for anything. So, I mean, it could be nice for Lycanroc for Bullet Punch later, but if he locks Wave Crash, we set up a Reflect, and then we start going to the fucking moon with Ceruledge, right? So, I don't hate that, per se. Reflect is really good in this end game. Yeah, like if Palafin comes out, I might just elect to go for a U-turn because that'll give me an Earthquake position with Landorus, or even a Stealth Rock position. You see Steve Rogers come in, Palafin, okay. Do I die? A big guy would send me to the fucking moon, indeed. There is some merit in sacking Wagon here. However, if he does set up, I don't like the idea of him setting up for free. I think I'm going to U-turn. Am I in danger of losing the Pheasantipity if I do that? That's the question. We know he's boosting item. I think he's just going to flip turn. It is going to be a Wave Crash, okay. KO? It is going to KO. Alright, so a little bit of a misstep there for me. However, we've gotten great damage on Palafin. This is a good position for Keldeo. I'm not too pressed about it. Go for a Reflect. This thing's going to be a half now, which is nice. I think the sequence is going to be Reflect. Oh, stays in. That's fascinating. Okay. Well, this guy's basically dead at this point. I like the idea of flip turning here. If he stays in, I can just sack Archaludon. And that might be stupid. I mean, I just don't want Pheasantipity coming in for free, right? That's my only concern. I don't think you give this up, so I'm going to flip turn. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Fez coming in. Okay. I kind of like my rocks going up, if I'm being honest. I do like me the sound of that. Let's go ahead and get up Stealth Rock here with Michael. I wish I had gone Keldeo in that Palafin earlier, but it's fine. Having it is still nice for Lycanroc, like for Vacuum Wave. We are looking really good with late game bundle as well. It's just that a Cell Rock, I think we're in range of that, unfortunately. But let's see. He might be like Yachi on this arena. Now that I think about it, that would make a lot of sense with Terra Water. Because why else would you be Terra Water? I mean, I guess, like I said, it can help with the Ceruledge, but we'll see. I think I would beat that 1v1 anyways. We're going to see Typhoon, alright. I like that. We can go for a U-turn on this next turn here. Most likely going to see that Terra Water come out. No Terra Water. Fascinating. Okay. I think I'm going to go right out into my Ceruledge. We are going to dodge a Power Whip. That is quite fortunate. I won't lie. Sorry about that, man. From this position, a couple options. We do still have a Reflect up, right? Reflect for one more turn. So I think I like the idea of bulk up here. You're gonna see a Terra Water come out, okay? I don't think Serena gets Swords Dance. So I think I'm chilling right now. And I do think you're gonna be Yachi Berry. Does he have Terra Blast? I mean, I have Reflect up, right? So I'll live it. Oh. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. That is pretty cool, I can't lie. My Reflect does wear off now. Shit, and I can't go for, I cannot go for Poltergeist on this. And he copied my defense boost as well. That's annoying. I think I have to bulk again. But is he Terra Blast? What is the set? Knockoff, Power Whip, Rapid Spin. I'm not sure about this position. I have never seen this set. This is really a smart bring. I think I'm going to bulk up again in regular form. This game's going to be a lot closer than I like. There's going to be a Power Whip cat. I think here I'm going to go for the Bitter Blade. Scout my damage. Knockoff won't be doing too much since I have a defense boost and no item. I don't think Bitter Blade's going to be doing very much either, but... Okay, it's a decent chip. Let's see what happens here. Power Whip again. Okay. I think we just keep Bitter Blading, to be honest with you. No need to Terror this thing. We don't want to take extra damage from Power Whip. Maybe I could have bulked up there, but we'll see. I don't think he has recovery on this. If he does, he'll go for it here, and then we can boost again. It's looking like we might get the KO with another one, so we'll see. Ah, it's going to be a roll, man. I'm actually going to Terra here, and I'm going to Bitter Blade. Just in case he goes for another knockoff. If he goes for another whip, great play. Like, truly a great play. Him spinning would be like a god play. Let's see what happens. Does not kill, but this can actually work to our favor. This could actually work to our favor. It can force Jet Punch out of Kelio. He does go for whip. Wow, great play, dude. Great play. Okay, this is going to be close, man. Man, these Wi-Fi guys don't play, man. Wow. That's just not a set I was expecting. But that's a really smart prep for Cyrilege, I gotta say. Okay. I think it's Kelio here. I mean, at this point, he doesn't need this guy anymore, right? So... thinking we just Aura Sphere. Bro, does Lycanroc just raw kill Bundle? If so, I'm gonna be really fucking sad, bro. Banded gets there. So we need Band or a Life Orb. After the Stealth Rock. That I can't remove because I sack Scissor like a dumbass. Alright, this is where things get interesting. So, let's see. It's gonna be Lycanroc. How much does my Vacuum Wave do? Vacuum Wave does 57 to 68. See, the thing is, if he SDs and he's fucking Clear Amulet, I would instantly lose. So I think I have to Vacuum Wave here, right? Withdraws. Okay. Into Pheasantipity? Sure. Okay, I don't mind that personally. Because now I can flip turn. And then I could also reflect. No, I think it's flip turn here. Well, let's think. If he roosts and I reflect, then I flip turn, sack, go Landorus. And I'm in a really good spot. No. If I reflect and he attacks me, I would go Landorus. And I think we'd still be fine. Reflect. He kills me. I go Landorus. I Earthquake. He goes Palafin. I sack Archaludon. I go Iron Bundle. I Freeze Dry. He gets in Lycanroc. He could win with SD, though, is the problem. I'd have to lock Ice Beam. Actually, no, Ice Beam would win it. Ice Beam would win it. I think we reflect here. Ice Beam would win it. Because Palafin's too low, and rocks are up. Okay, U-turn, that's fine. Yeah, I think Reflect just wins it, to be honest with you. If Lycanroc comes back in, we still just Vacuum Wave that guy. Steve Rogers comes in, that's fine. Does Vacuum Wave kill Steve Rogers? That's what I gotta figure out, man. I don't want to greet it, but like at the same time, max HP Palafin takes 15% minimum. Okay, Steve Rogers, you are gone, my friend. You are fucking gone. Swaps? Okay, so we're like stalling the Reflect or something? The problem is that you're just taking all the Stealth Rock damage, so I don't know. Either way, I just flip turn now. And I believe that I go right out into Landorus. Actually, no, I sack Wagon here, I believe. I can't let the U-turn go off. If he roosts, cool play. But I can't let the U-turn go off. That's actually one way they, like, positionally mess up, I think. Could be mistaken here. Gonna be a U-turn, okay. Reflect is still up. Is Ice Beam just the lock? Ice Beam might just be the lock. Does that kill Lycanroc? I mean, Ice Beam would kill no bulk, for sure. So, if I go Ice Beam, I'll kill this. I'll kill Palafin. And even if Reflect wears off, I go Landorus. You just can't kill me raw. If you go Lycanroc beforehand, you're left with Palafin, which means that I just want to Keldeo. Alright, so we go Iron Bundle here. Yeah, looking like an Ice Beam angle, I believe. Everything's in range now, so. I guess that could have been Custap, but I would have lived any Custap hit, so I'm not too worried about that. I want to say it's just a clean from here, right? I mean, we'll get information on what Lycanroc is. You know, it'll reveal if it's Bandit or Life Orb or something, but... it's looking good, folks. It's looking good. I think we've got this one in the bag. Serena definitely threw me for a loop, though. I mean, every single mock that I did, I actually swept with Ceruledge, so the fact that it didn't happen here is quite interesting. So either way, even if we, like, don't kill this and it kills us, we go Keldeo, and we'll force it to die with Rocky Helmet. But more importantly, we can just go Landorus. It can't kill us with anything, so like, we have so many options. There's no way we should be able to lose this from here. Unless he lives and he's Salic SD, and then he crits my Keldeo. I guess that's one way he could do it. I don't think Landorus dies to a +1 Stone Edge, though. That's the other thing I'm thinking about, too. So, maybe a Cell Rock. Eating that up. It is Life Orb. Okay, that should be game, then. This should be game, boys. I think we got it in the bag. Let's fucking go. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty fucking nervous after the Serena interactions, but Iron Bundle, man. This guy's broken. This is a good Pokemon. If you can line up the positions that you don't have to throw off, you know, you don't have to throw off fucking Hydro Pumps, this guy's pretty good, I gotta say. So, does Drift Punch kill us? I'm just looking at differential. It's something I'm actually mindful of since, you know. Oh, this shit blows us back. Yeah, so we should just, like, probably not choke, right? The thing is, Keldeo, does it live this? Keldeo takes up to 122. We're at 135. Isn't that technically correct for differential? I'm, like, overthinking it, though, man. I'm, like, overthinking it. What if he fucking rests? He's not rest, bro. Can Wave Crash? Okay, hold on. Can Scizor die in one hit to Mystic Water? No, it couldn't have. Which means he can't be that, so I'm just going to go Keldeo and win the fucking game, alright? We're just going to go Keldeo. Because if he locks Drain Punch or something, we have Landorus. We're fine. Perfect. And we live. Let's go. All right, so that'll be a 3-0 for us. That's huge for our differential. Good game to Horizon. Really, really smart Serena Tech, man. Did not see that coming at all. That was really effective at stopping the Ceruledge sweep. But even with that in mind, the lead Archaludon just took too many pieces from him, put us in an amazing offensive position, and it really lined us up for that easy endgame with Iron Bundle. So GG's again to Horizon. I will see you guys back for week 3 of the Draft Jam. Peace.